membership side, the Second Amendment people, or zealots, say if a bunch of people have guns, they could shoot this guy down when he walked in the door. Then we'll say, I can imagine what we heard in days ahead. If some of those school officials hadn't been armed, they could have stopped him before he got to the kids. You'll be hearing that argument. Your thoughts on that?
Right, you'll be hearing it, but I don't quite understand it. I mean, we are the most armed country in the modern world, and we have the most problems with gun violence. You know, I mean, if more guns solved our problems, then, you know, we'd be the safest country already. That's not it. You know, I mean, the conversation that we're having now, the conversation that the vast majority of Americans are having is the reasonable middle ground. You know, is the background checks on all gun sales. That's something that gun owners, NRA members support themselves. You know, it's the leadership that has this absolute extremist approach. But the membership, the real American people, understand that a background check's not going to stop them from owning a gun, so they can support that. It will prevent some.
Well, what happened? Just to be argumentative, I mean, these were 2 Glocks, semi-automatic weapons.
And a Bushmaster.
Yes. Could you stop a person from getting access to those kinds of weapons if they broke mentally? They weren't crazy, if you will, to use a common term, when they bought the guns, or they got them from somebody else who got them legally, who was of sound mind. How do you stop the easy transfer of weaponry in this country?
No background check.
But the laws don't control an easy transfer. You can sell it to a friend. You can lend it to a friend. You can steal it from a friend.
Right, Chris. There's not one thing that's going to stop all shootings, right? Yeah. That's just unreasonable. But what we're talking about is what we, you know, and we can't always have the conversation about how can we prevent the last shooting that just happened. We need to be talking about the 8 kids that die tomorrow, the 32 of us.
Tell me about the Bushmaster as a weapon. What are the rules on getting one?
That's a gun that wasn't sold on our stores as early as 2004. It's a high-powered military weapon. You know, that's something that is used in war zones. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
Is it semi-automatic?
Most guns are semi-automatic nowadays, and look, it has no place in our society. And I think the vast majority of people, of gun owners, realize that. That's not going to stop people from hunting or defending themselves, but it will stop somebody from being able to walk into a classroom full of kids, kill his mom, and
Let me go back to Congressman McCarthy.